Welcome to the Arsenal Stage News, and remember, subscribe, then enjoy your news. Rodrygo and Noni Madueke, the summer that made them Arsenal's new pride. This summer of 2025 will forever be remembered in North London as the season when Arsenal did not just dream big, they delivered big. Among the many high-profile deals sealed at London Colney, none were more talked about than the stunning double arrival of Brazilian sensation Rodrygo and English winger Noni Madueke. The pair represent more than just footballing talent. They symbolize a new chapter for Arsenal Football Club, one driven by youthful ambition and fearless attacking football. It all began early in June, when rumors first started swirling that Real Madrid's Rodrygo was open to a new challenge. The 24-year-old forward had already won everything there was to win in Spain: Champions League trophies, La Liga titles, Club World Cups. But beneath the silverware, Rodrygo longed for a place where he could be the main star, not just part of a galaxy of them. Arsenal's sporting director Edu Gaspar, himself a Brazilian, worked tirelessly behind the scenes. Edu flew to Madrid, sat with Rodrygo's representatives, and sold them the dream of the Emirates, a club reborn under Mikel Arteta, a team of young warriors hungry to lift trophies in the Premier League's fiercest battlegrounds. At the same time, across the English Channel, Arsenal scouts were keeping close tabs on Noni Madueke. The 23-year-old winger, electric at Chelsea but often limited by tactical systems, had grown frustrated with inconsistent game time. He needed the trust of a manager who would unleash his fearless dribbling, his direct runs, his instinct for chaos in the final third. Arteta saw Madueke as a puzzle piece that would fit perfectly on the opposite flank from Bukayo Saka. Two English wingers, lightning fast and endlessly creative, pinning back defenses week after week. The negotiations were intense. Madrid did not want to lose Rodrygo, but they understood the player's wish to write a new story. Chelsea were hesitant to strengthen a direct rival, yet the player's resolve and Arsenal's package, including a buyback clause and hefty incentives, turned the tide. Within a span of 2 weeks, the Emirates was buzzing with leaked photos of Rodrygo in a blacked-out van arriving for his medical, and Madueke being spotted at a North London restaurant with Arsenal executives. Finally, on a warm July afternoon, the club made it official with a video that went viral in seconds. Rodrygo, in the famous red and white jersey, a beaming smile as he held up his number 11 shirt. Next to him, Madueke, full of swagger and promise, donning the number 21. The two posed in front of the new mural at the training ground, a mural that read, "Victoria Concordia Crescit, Victory through Harmony." The fans were ecstatic. Outside the Emirates, thousands gathered, waving Brazilian and English flags side by side. Supporters painted murals in holloway of Rodrygo's samba steps and Madueke's trademark celebration. Young gunners suddenly had new idols to dream about: Rodrygo's poise and vision, Madueke's fearless dribbling and cheeky nutmegs. In training, the impact was instant. Arteta's sessions became electric with these two live wires weaving through cones, linking up with Saka, Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus. The squad's energy shifted. Competition for places became fierce but healthy. No one's position was safe, and that's exactly what Arteta wanted. Standards rose, intensity doubled. When pre-season kicked off in the USA, the world got a taste of Arsenal's new duo. Against Real Madrid in a friendly in Los Angeles, Rodrygo curled a beauty into the top corner, poetic against his former club. Madueke dazzled down the right wing, leaving defenders for dead and feeding assists to Jesus and Havertz. By the time the Premier League curtain raiser came around at the Emirates, fans were already singing new songs for the pair. But beyond the goals and skills, it was their mindset that won hearts. Rodrygo spoke in interviews about his belief that Arsenal could become Europe's best, about how he wanted to make the Emirates roar with the same ferocity as the Bernabeu. Madueke shared how North London felt like home, how he wanted to build a legacy with the same passion as the Hale End graduates before him. On opening day, the Emirates was a cauldron. Arsenal faced Newcastle, a side who had become a top-4 mainstay.
Another news.
Kepa, Zubimendi and Nørgaard in their first Arsenal training session. The London sky was chilly that morning, but the air at London Colney Training Ground was filled with fresh energy, excitement and quiet hope. 3 new faces stood side by side in the new Arsenal training kit. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Martin Zubimendi and Christian Nørgaard, each one thinking about this new chapter they were about to write in the club's history. Kepa wore his familiar goalkeeper cap, but there was a different look in his eyes this time. A look of a man ready to rediscover himself between the posts. His years at Chelsea had been full of ups and downs, but today was about proving that his hands, mind and spirit were ready to protect Arsenal's goal with calm authority. Next to him stood Martin Zubimendi, the composed Spaniard. For years, he had been known as one of La Liga's smartest midfielders, always calm under pressure, always the brain that connected defense and attack. Now he was here to add that same vision and composure to Arsenal's midfield, to be the link that could help turn possession into purpose. And on the other side was Christian Nørgaard, the Danish holding midfielder who had quietly established himself as one of the Premier League's steadiest defensive minds at Brentford. He looked calm but determined, ready to bring his experience, his tackling grit, and his leadership to support Rice and Ødegaard in Arsenal's engine room. At exactly 10 in the morning, Mikel Arteta walked out to the pitch. His smile welcomed the new players, but his eyes carried the weight of expectation. He shook each of their hands firmly, then blew his whistle. The first session was underway. They started with a light rondo, small group passing drills. Kepa caught every ball fired at him, calling out instructions to Ramsdale and the other keepers. Every catch, every dive, showed that he wasn't just here to sit on the bench. He was here to push everyone, to raise the level of competition between the posts. Zubimendi shone in the middle of the rondo. His first touch was silk, his passes crisp and clever. Arteta nodded at him several times, shouting praise in Spanish. "Perfecto, Martin. Just like that. Turn, find the angle.